Next topic, transcription. Here, how can we define that the transcription means? The process of copying information from one one strand of DNA to RNA is called transcription. Already we know that the DNA, whatever it is forming replication process, it is having the similar information which is presented into the parental genome. That information is carried out for the next generation. That information is copying and forming the RNA. The process itself is called as a transcription. The description means writing. Trans means rewriting. So whatever the information is there in the DNA, that is copied into the RNA here, because DNA is not directly participating into the protein synthesis we are doing this. Okay, the proteins are synthesized with the help of RNA molecules only. RNA templates only they are involving here. RNA polymerase only it is involving into the protein synthesis. That means the major thing into the transcription is RNA polymerase. So here that means RNA polymerase here. This RNA polymerase is forming. That means RNA strand is forming the process of the transcription. That is called as a transcription we are taking. So in this transcription, what it is happening means actually the definition itself we are discussing, one strand of the DNA is copying. So for example, we are taking to the DNA strand. The DNA strands we are taking means in these two DNA strands. For example, this is into the DNA. It is the DNA. In this DNA strand, one is 5 prime to the 3 prime we are taking means, and other one is the 3 prime to the 5 prime we are taking. So actually we know that the replication process means the 3 prime to the 5 prime frame we call as a leading strand, 5 prime to 3 prime direction is called as a lagging strand. Here we are discussing the 3 prime strand, whatever it may be, this is called, for example, this is into the 3 prime strand. This is a 3 prime to 5 prime direction strand, and this is a 5 prime to 3 prime direction strand. The 3 prime to 5 prime direction DNA strand is involving into the transcription process here. It is called as a template strand. So this strand is called as a template strand. This is called as a template strand here, or it is also called as a anti-codon strand here. So it is called as the anti-codon or the antisense strand here. So why we given the name of the anti-codon or the codon? Anti-codon strand, the antisense strand means whether you are taking the 5 prime to 3 prime direction, in this strand we are taking means it is called as a coding strand here. Coding strand. Why we are giving the name of the coding strand means whatever it is the sequence is there into the 5 prime to 3 prime direction. In this sequence, whatever it is presented, it is similar to that of the RNA whatever it is forming. The transcript whatever it is forming in the transcription process, the same sequence is having into the coding sequence. The code whatever it is there into the transcript, that same sequence is there into the in this strand. So it is called as a coding strand here, and this is called as a template strand or the anti-coding. Their complementary strand is presented here. Actually, the transcription process we are taking template strand is involving into the transcription. Coding strand it is not involving into the transcription here. Why? What is the reason? The replication process we are taking, both the strands are involving in the replication process, but here only the template strand is involving. What it is the reason means, for example, the template strand is having the one specific sequence. So nitrogen base sequence is present here. So these nitrogen bases are, whatever the sequence is presented in the template stand, they synthesizing into the one type of or one specific polypeptidal chain is forming. One specific polypeptidal chain is forming. So whether we are taking the coding stand, the coding stand sequence is not similar with that of the template stand sequence here. They are complementary sequence only. So whenever the coding sequence, whenever the sequence is changes, automatically the polypeptidal chain configuration is also going to changes here. So whenever the polypeptidal chain configuration is going to change, the proteins, their nature is also differs here. So when the proteins are changes, automatically the physiological functions are going to change. So that only we are there means in a DNA only the one strand is acting as a template strand here. This is the reason. So in this strand, which strand it is acting as template means the 3' to 5' direction, whatever it is the DNA template is there, the DNA template is acting as a template stand or anti-coding stand. So coding stand, it is against to that of the coding stand here. So it is called as anti-coding stand, it is called as anti. So like this 3' to 5' direction, the transcription process is going on here. So then we are taking the eukaryotes. There is a small difference between the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Transcription we are taking. First of all, prokaryotes. Prokaryotic transcription. Here, the prokaryotic transcript we are taking means it is a prokaryote transcript and the eukaryote transcript. Eukaryotes we are taking. Transcript you take. So the difference here, the eukaryotic transcript is a monocistranic transcript is forming. The prokaryotes you are taking means polycistranic transcript is forming here. Okay, polycistranic transcript is forming. So what is the difference between the polycistranic transcript and the monocistranic transcript means? In the case of the prokaryotic transcript is nothing but as that RNA. So whatever it is forming into the transcription process we are taking. So RNA and the DNA, both are the template DNA and the RNA is having into their complementary DNA stands are DNA complementary nitrogen bases are presented, except into the instead of the thymine it is having into the uracil. The RNA is having into the uracil. The DNA is whatever it is a template DNA is having into the thymine. The thymine is presented into the DNA, uracil is presented into this one only the difference between into the sequence of the RNA and the DNA there. So here whatever this RNA is forming, in the prokaryote we call as a polycistronic and the eukaryote we call as a monocistronic here. What is mean by the cistron? Cistron is nothing but cistron is unit of DNA, a basic unit of the DNA sequence we are taking. That is the structural gene sequence. One particular structural sequence is called as a one cistron here. So here in the eukaryotes, the transcript whatever it is produces, that is synthesizing to the one specific form of the polypeptidal chain only. Only the each transcript is forming into the one. Each one is forming into the one type of the polypeptidal chain. But in the case of the prokaryote we are taking the genome is becomes into the very less, but it is to produce all the types of the proteins within that genome itself. So that only that genome is acting as a polycistronic form. So with only the one genome is able to produce the multiple number of multiple number of polypeptidyl chains are produced. So it is called as a polycystonic gene. Here the eukaryotes we are taking means only the one polypeptidyl chain is synthesizing into the later into the protein synthesis. So it is called as a monocystonic. So this is the basic difference between into the prokaryotic transcript and the eukaryotic transcripts we are taking. Next we are taking into the transcriptional unit and the transcriptional process we are taking means here the transcriptional unit. Transcriptional unit we are taking means what are the components of the transcriptional unit means that the one is a promoter, second one is a structural gene, and third one is a terminator. So promoter, structural genes and the terminator. So here the promoter sequence, structural gene and the terminator sequence. These are the three major components of the transcriptional unit. One by one we can be discussed. First one is the promoter sequence. First one is the promoter sequence we are taking. So whether we are taking into the promoter sequence, the helically structured DNA, either in the prokaryotes or the eukaryotes. Later on, the difference between the transcription of the prokaryote and eukaryotes will be discussed. So first of all, the promoter sequence, the double helical DNA structure. Here, wherever the transcriptional unit, the transcription process is required, there the unwinding is occurs here. There that particular region, wherever the structural gene is presented, that particular portion, it is going to unwind it. It is going to unwind it here. The gene is going to, the DNA template is going to unwind it. Here where it is unwinded means the structural gene, the upstream of the structural gene, the upstream and the downstream. There are the two regions are presented. From the structural gene to the left side, the above side is called as upstream here. Upstream region. Here it is called as a downstream region. Upstream region. So from the structural genes to later whatever it is there, that is called as the downstream region of the DNA. From the structural genes to towards into the left, upwards, whatever it is the sequence is there, that is called as the upstream region of the DNA. The promoter sequence is presented the upstream region of the, that means before the starting of the structural genes we are taking. So this is a specific sequence which is involving or starting the transcription we are taking means the transcription here. The promoter sequence only, here the promoter sequence only binds with the RNA polymerase here. RNA polymerase, we are taking the RNA polymerase. The RNA polymerase binds with the promoter sequence only. We are taking means it binds with the promoter sequence only here. So that is called as the promoter sequence. And next we are taking the structural gene sequence or the structural genes. So whatever it is a coding or the whatever it is a sequence that is involving into the protein synthesis or the active proteins are forming, that sequence, that region is called as a structural gene sequence here. Here it is into the structural gene sequence. So this is the promoter sequence we are taking, it is a promoter sequence, and it is into the downstream we are taking terminator sequence is presented. So the structural gene is nothing but as the region between into the promoter and the terminator sequence is called as a structural gene sequence here. Next, the terminator sequence is the downstream of the DNA template whatever it is a specific sequence is forming, from there to the transcription is going to stop or the terminate. That sequence is called as a terminator sequence. The downstream it is so like this upstream, downstream and the structural genes, promoter, structural genes and the terminator sequences are presented here. So these are the specific sequences. Then we are taking the transcriptional mechanism we are taking means in the case of the prokaryotes, you are taking RNA polymerase is involving here. So RNA polymerase is involving. This RNA polymerase is able to synthesize all the varieties of the RNAs we are taking. All the varieties of the RNAs, that is rRNA we are taking, mRNA and the tRNA. So all these varieties of the RNAs are synthesizing by only the one RNA polymerase we are taking. So the mechanism we are taking means the mechanism into the prokaryotes, the transcription process we are taking means first one is the step is initiation process. So transcription initiation. So transcription initiation, how it is occurs means the double helical DNA, when it is going to transcript, that time the specific region of the structural genes, before where it is the structural gene, so the specific protein where it is present, their information where it is present, their sequence where it is present, their promoter region, their promoter region we are taking means, so in this region of the DNA, RNA polymerase is coming and combined with the upstream region. Here the initiation, the promoter region. The promoter region is having into the two specific sites are presented here. The upstream we are taking just instead of helical structure, just we are drawing into the linear structure here. So it is the structural gene region, and this is the upstream region, that is the promoter region. We can be take it is a promoter region, and this is into the terminator region we are taking. The promoter region, the RNA polymerase, actually it is a complex ion, a complex protein molecule. It is forming by the five types of the molecule. They are the 2 alpha and the 2 beta and 1 sigma factor here. 2 alpha, 1 beta and 1 sigma factor. RNA polymerase is formed. This RNA polymerase is recognizing into the specific sequence of the promoter region. So what are those? Here -10 and the -35. In case of the prokaryotes we are taking means -10 region and the -35 region. Two regions are presented. These specific regions are recognizing by the sigma factor of RNA polymerase we are taking means it is a complex ion. Actually it is a complex protein molecule. This complex protein molecule, this portion is called as a coenzyme and this is the sigma factor here. Okay, so it is a sigma factor and the coenzyme. So from the RNA polymerase complex 2, when we are removing into the sigma factor, that is called as a coenzyme with the sigma factor. So these together it is forming into the RNA polymerase complex. This complex is recognizing into the -10 region and the -35 region. The -10 region is called as a Tata box here. Okay? It is a Tata box, and the -35 region is also presented. Here we are taking the -35 region GACA. Here the -10 region, the thymine and adenine, these nitrogen base sequences are into the more here. Okay, number of thymine and adenine sequences are present. It is called as a Tata box here. And the -35 region we are taking is GACA. So these nitrogen base sequences are more here. So like this, two promoting sequences are presented in these any one of the specific region. The RNA polymerase is going to combine. Okay, recognizes into these specific sequences and combines into these two. Actually, these are called as a Prigno box in the case of the eukaryotes we are taking, or Hegnes box in the case of the prokaryotes we are taking. So Hegnes box and the -35 sequence here. So these are the two things. Once the RNA primer is recognizing, here already we know that. So this is the template stand here. This is the template stand now. Template stand. So only the template stand is involving into the transcription process. The coding stand not at all involving into the transcription process here. So whatever it is initiating complex is there, that is the RNA polymerase complex is there, or initiating complex is there. That initiating complex either in this region or in this region, just that means alpha, beta, and the beta prime, like that. Here the sigma that it is combined and it is recognizing into the promoter sequence here. That is a -10 region or the -35. Once it is the initiation is occurs. Okay, once the RNA polymerase complex is going to attach in this place, the next step is the elongation process. Second step is the elongation here. So what is happening in the elongation? The sigma factor is needed. So the sigma factor is needed to recognizing into the promoter sequence. Whether without the sigma factor, there is no recognition of the promoter sequence. So after the recognition, what it is happened means that this RNA polymerase is moving towards into the structural gene here. It is moving towards into the structural gene. So when it is moving towards into the structural gene, the template stand sequence, whatever it is structural sequence is present, structural gene sequence is present, or the template gene sequence is presented, either it is a monocystonic or the polycystonic. So according to that, the complementary nitrogen bases are taken from the nucleoplasm, because the transcription is undergoes in the prokaryotes into the nucleoplasm only. So translation we are taking totally here, the nucleoplasm is totally cell cytoplasm only. There is no specific nucleus, so that the both are occurs into the cytoplasm portion only. Here whatever it is the complementary sequence is presented, that complementary sequence nitrogen bases are taking. Nitrogen bases are coming, that is ATP, GTP, CTP or the TTP. The triphosphate ions are taking these triphosphate ions by releasing of energy. Their monophosphates are combining into the continuous. Instead of the thymine here, it is recognizing by the uracil. So uracil is forming. So ATP, GTP, CTP, UTP is takeovers and forming the AMP, GMP, CMP, and the TMP forms, UMP forms, uracil monophosphate. So these monophosphate ions are, they are complementary to that of the structural genes. These are arranged here, and the transcriptional unit is moving towards into the template termination stand, or the template on the template stand towards into the termination region, site. It is moving here. Whenever it is moving, this is a process called as a elongation here. So it is occurs by the RNA polymerase only. So continuously the RNA polymerase is synthesizing, arranging their complementary strands and releasing into the nucleated RNA is produces. So the next step we are taking is elongation is occurs, means in this elongation so whenever the transcriptional unit is moving into the structural gene from here to, it is a RNA, or it is called as a primary transcript. Primary transcript here. So it is a primary transcript. The primary transcript is forming. Primary transcript is forming. So this primary transcript is having the complementary sequence of the structural genes only. This is called as a elongation. Once the RNA polymerase is reaches into the termination site, here it is into the termination sequence here. So that time from there to the sigma factor is releases out here. So the third step we are taking means, second step is the elongation, and third step we are taking means termination. So whenever the termination sequence, the specific sequence it is reaches, termination sequence when it is reaches, the RNA polymerase, from this RNA polymerase to the sigma factor is releases out here. They are detaches from that. That time the affinity between the RNA polymerase and the template stand nitrogen bases is separated. Their affinities becomes, they are going to loses here. Sigma factor is removed out, and the affinity between the RNA polymerase and the nitrogen bases are, so dissociation is occurs. So that time here we are taking, so it is involving by a factor is called as a rho factor here. Rho factor. The rho factor, the termination based on it, the involvement of this rho factor, two types of the termination is occurs: rho dependent termination and the rho independent termination here. So most probably in the prokaryotes you are taking, so rho dependent termination is occurs. That means the rho factor is whenever the RNA polymerase is reaches into the termination site, here the rho factor is, which is removing into the sigma factor. That time the subunits of the RNA polymerase, their core enzymes we are taking, the core enzyme is dissociate from the DNA template with the help of rho factor. This type of the termination is called as a rho dependent termination. Rho independent termination is there the rho factor is not involving. Instead of the rho factor, the primary transcript is going to looping here. It is forming into the looping, so that the further transcription is not occurs. There itself it is cut down, and the primary transcript is removed out, or it is releases out from the transcriptional unit here. So this is called as a rho independent termination process. So like this the three steps are involving. So initiation, elongation and the termination in the case of the prokaryotes. A simple transcriptional process. Whether in the case of the eukaryotes you are taking. So almost all it is also same, but the difference is there into the prokaryote to the eukaryote termination, eukaryotic transcription. In the case of the eukaryotes, eukaryotic transcription we are taking means the transcriptional complex, the transcriptional process is involving into the RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2 and the RNA polymerase 3. These are the three polymerases are involving here. So RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, RNA polymerase. There is no need of the any primer here. RNA primer is not at all needed both in the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Okay. RNA polymerase involving. Here the RNA polymerase 1, it is producing into the rRNA, and RNA polymerase 2 we are taking means mRNA is producing by the RNA polymerase 2, RNA polymerase 3 we are taking means here it is into the tRNA. Here the tRNA and rRNA forms are synthesizing by these three polymerases here. So in that too, the eukaryotic transcription, the most important RNA polymerase is RNA polymerase 2 is basically involving into the mRNA synthesis or the RNA polymer synthesis here. How it is? Here also we are taking into the eukaryotic polymerase, eukaryotic transcriptional process. First step is the initiation. Initiation here. So whether we are taking to the DNA template or the DNA strand, wherever it is the transcription is started, transcription process is started, that place of the DNA strand is going to unwinding here. That place of the DNA strand is going to unwind it. So there, from their structural genes to the upward direction, it is called as a promoter sequence. It is called as a promoter sequence here. Promoter sequence. Here one strand, it is our template strand. It is a template strand here. The template strand. So from the structural genes to template strand, minus 25 sequence and the minus 70 to 80 sequence. Generally we call as a minus 70 sequence here. So minus 25 sequence and the minus 70 sequence. The minus 25 sequence is called as a Tata box here. Okay. The minus 25 sequence is called as a Tata box. And the minus 70 sequence is called as a cat box here. It is called as a cat box. So these two sequences are specific for the RNA polymerase 2 recognition here. So that means the RNA polymerase 2 is coming and recognizing into the any one of the in these two sequences here. Okay, RNA polymerase 2 combines the any one of the in these two sequences. So like this, the initiation is occurs here. First, the initiation is occurs. So coming with the RNA polymerase and combining with their promoter sequence. Once the RNA polymerase is coming into the promoter sequence, later on it moves towards into the structural gene on the template we are taking. It is moving towards into the structural gene into the on the template stand. So whenever it is going to moving into the template stand, the based on the template stand sequence from the nucleoplasm. Here the transcription is occurs in the case of the eukaryotes into the nucleoplasm only. Okay, it is the nucleoplasm is having into the nitrogen base pools are presented. Nitrogen base sequence, that is nitrogen bases, their pool is presented. From that to the complementary nitrogen bases are recognizing by the initiation complex, that is RNA polymerase 2, and they are taking and arranging as a continuous. They are adding into the continuous. Whenever the RNA polymerase 2 is moving towards into the termination sequence here. So that time, based on into the DNA template, whatever it is the sequence is there into the structural gene sequence. Structural gene sequence we are taking, sir. The complementary RNA stand is forming here. RNA template is forming. This is the RNA template. Actually 3' to 5'. The RNA template is forming into the 5' to 3' direction. It is forming. So 5' to 3' direction it is forming. Continuously it is adding. So once it is going to add, whenever the RNA polymerase reaches into the termination site, from there to the termination codon sequence is recognizing there is no affinity between the RNA polymerase. So RNA polymerase and the template stand, it is removed from in this stand here. That time the heteronucleated RNA polymer is releases into the nucleoplasm here. So here the basic difference is there in the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes you are taking means. Here whatever it is the RNA polymerase is releases, RNA polymer is releases. This RNA polymer is having into the both the structural gene sequence, wanted and the unwanted sequences are presented here. The sequence which is presented into the RNA, it is code for these structural genes are having into the active protein codons are presented and the non-sense codon. Sense codons and the non-sense codon. There are two types of the codon. Genetic codes are presented. Genetic codes are presented. So what are these genetic code means? Continuously 3 nitrogen base sequence is called as the one genetic code here. For example, so AUG. This is the one genetic code. Actually, it is the initiation codon of the translation we are taking this. So like this, continuously whatever it is the sequence is presented. So every 3 nitrogen bases are called as a one genetic code. The nitrogen base sequence which is present in the RNA polymer, these are having all the entire sequence of the structural gene here. This entire sequence is not useful for the protein synthesis. All the varieties, all the proteins are, whatever it is the sequences are there, those are all not into the sense coding sequences here. So that only first initially whatever it is RNA polymer is forming, this is called as a primary transcript here. So why we call as the primary transcript means this entire sequence is not involving into the translation process. Further it is becomes processed here. The primary transcript is going to process. Why it is means in some places of the transcript only protein synthesizing codes are presented. Like this into the regular intervals they are presented. In between these protein synthesis codes, the sequence whatever it is presented, it is called as an interrupted sequence or it is called as an introns here. Whatever it is the sequence which is involving into the protein synthesis, it is called as an exon here. Exons are presented and here introns are presented here. Introns are interrupted sequence. Exons are all the exons. This is an exon. So exons are interrupted by the intron. That means between the two introns, one exon is presented. Okay. So like this introns, exons, intron, exons like that, the RNA polymer is forming. That is called as the primary transcript. After this processing of the primary transcript, splicing is occurred. The steps also we can be discussed later. So this primary transcript is processed and forming into the hnRNA. That hnRNA becomes modified as a mRNA form here. Messenger RNA is forming. So initially heteronuclease rRNA. So this heteronuclease rRNA, the primary transcript is a heteronuclease RNA is converted as a mRNA. So this is going for the further translation process here. So here what are the steps are occurring into in this elongation means. Here the second step is the elongation. So in this elongation, once the elongation is occurs and the RNA polymer is forming, the 5' end of the RNA polymer and the 3' end of the RNA polymer after the termination, when it is going to release into the nucleoplasm, the enzymatic activity of the nucleases enzymes, the enzymatic action is there, the nuclease enzyme. Thus nuclease enzymes are disrupting into this RNA polymerase, this RNA polymer here. To preventing into those nuclease enzyme activities, the 5' end is forming into the MGPP is forming. That is it is called as a 5' cap is forming. It is called as a 5' capping is forming, and the 3' tailing is occurs. Okay, 3' tailing is also forming, and splicing is also occurs. These are the 3 steps are occurs into the actually post transcriptional modifications we are doing. So what is mean by the 5' capping means the 5' of the RNA polymer, whatever it is a primary transcript is there, to preventing into the nuclease enzyme activity on this primary transcript, the 5' end of the RNA polymer is forming into the methylated guanosine triphosphate is going to attaching here. Methylated guanosine triphosphate is going to attach. So like this methylated guanosine triphosphate, when it is attaching, the translation process, the before entering of the protein synthesis, in these ends are whether it is degraded or whether it is enzymatic activities occurs, the important nitrogen sequence, nitrogen based sequence is not disrupted here. So that only 5' end capping is forming, preventing the nucleic acid enzymatic activity. At the end also we are taking the 3' end is also, it is 200 to the 300 poly A tail is forming. Poly A tail is forming. Poly, that is adenosine triphosphates are continuously adding into the 200 to 300. So these two processes are called as a 5' capping, that is adding of the methylated guanosine triphosphate in the 5', and the 3' tailing means at the terminal portion 200 to the 300 poly A adenosine triphosphates are going to add. So to preventing into the loss of, or to preventing the enzymatic nucleosome and nucleus enzymatic activity on the RNA polymer we are. The splicing, already we explained that the processing of the RNA primer, the primary transcript is undergoes and forming into the mRNA. So with the help of the splicing mechanism, with the help of the splicing only, the spliceosomes are forming here. So where the spliceosomes are forming, exon region and the intron region. On the both the sides of the introns, we are taking means both the sides of the introns, RNPs we call SNRNPs. The spliceosomes are forming into the SNRNPs are forming. SNRNPs are nothing but as the snRNA plus protein molecule. So it is nothing but as a snRNA, small nuclear RNA plus specific protein. Together SNPs are the snRNPs. These snRNPs are forming into the spliceosome on the both ends of the intron region. That means these are cutting into the both the ends of the introns and forming the number of fragments of the exons here. Once the exons are forming, later on by the releasing of the DNA ligase enzyme is released after the post-transcriptional modification. Those DNA ligase is all the fragments of the exons are combining. It is bringing into the nearby, and those gaps are filling, and those are going to attaching here. So finally it is forming into the final transcript is forming. This is this process is occurs into the eukaryotic transcription process we are doing. This is a difference between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic transcription.